Queen Margaret II of Denmark is not only one of the most popular monarchs in Europe, but also a talented artist who has been painting for 35 years. On Saturday, the 28th of January, the Contemporary Arts Museum, Arken, in Copenhagen, opens an exhibition of the Queen's works. Lifestyles has more.
Queen Margaret has held many exhibitions throughout the years, but this exhibition held at Arken Museum is the first of its kind that covers all her 35 years as an artist.
She is a very, very competent artist. She has a clear, dramatic, and very well-formulated pictorial language. And she uses that to interpret existence. So the Queen has both an analytic approach. She has a message. It's not a message that is simple to understand. It's not something that you can read out. It is a free interpretation of life as such. And we should use our interpretation to open up this dialogue between the Queen's art and ourselves.
The exhibition features a wide collection of the Queen's works, including landscape aquarelles, decoupage, and modern abstract arts. More than 30 pieces are on display. 35 years ago, the Queen started painting for the sake of her two sons when they were kids.
Nature has always been important to me, the landscape, and I have loved landscapes ever since I was a child. And I think you will find that in a lot of Danish artists, certainly formerly, were very much landscape artists. They would paint and draw and transmit their impression of the landscape, not only in Denmark but other places too. And I grew up with that, the feeling of landscape, and I've had the luck all my life to travel in, especially in Denmark, and see the various different landscapes, and they've always made an impression on me. And I remember even as a child, I wanted to, when we had drawing lessons in school, I always wanted to do a landscape, something that I'd seen, something I tried to remember that had made an impression. And, well, it's ended up like this.
Over the years, the Queen has worked on different styles and different materials, from the early naturalistic aquarelles to the dramatic oil on canvas paintings of clouds.
It has developed. I think part of the development is a question, quite simply, that over 35 years I have amassed a much larger experience of painting, and I suppose I've got, I wouldn't call it routine, but I'm able to draw and paint probably rather more accomplished now than I was 35 years ago. Things have developed by being done. I don't sit down and think, now I want to make yellow pictures. I start painting and suddenly the color yellow, in this case, simply asks to be used. And then it was fun using it, and I suddenly felt that, well, it was worthwhile working with a particular set of colors. And I think that's really the secret behind the way my paintings have changed over the years.
The Queen doesn't only do paintings, but also designs costumes for theaters. That's why the director of Arken Museum says the Queen is pretty different from other artists.
One thing is that she's different in the sense that she leads a very different life. It is unique that a royalty produces art and exposes herself as a seeking, very vulnerable, very much in doubt about life. Because life is a strange phenomenon that we exist in, and it's difficult to understand. What is the meaning? What is the purpose? Where do we come from? Where do we go? All these questions are embedded in this art.
And Queen Margaret has her own reason why, as a royalty, she has such a passion for art.
I wouldn't say that painting is a refuge for me where I can hide. I would rather say that it is a place where I can recharge my batteries. And this is the same for my husband, Prince Consort Henrik. Working with his art is a place where he finds new energy to cope with the everyday life, and I do the same. When I am at the atelier working, I really don't think of anything else. It is the same when I was doing decoupage and the scenery for film and other stuff. Then I am fully occupied with what I'm working with. And I see this as a great stroke of love that I can feel this way. When I'm working, this is the sole thing I'm thinking about. And therefore, it is very exciting to be allowed to display my work on this exhibition and show to the Danish people and others what I am using these special hours for.